Who picks DC over Marvel? I might like DC in the future, but right now, let's get into it. Just like how DC started off very strong with their cartoons in the 21st century, they also started off very well with their movies in the 21st century. The Dark Knight trilogy, that was awesome. In fact, it was so good that it left an expectation for all movies that came after it. This was even very noticeable with the Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy. If you watch the first two movies, you'll see that they're very bright and colorful and all that stuff. And if you watch the third one, you'll see it's dark and brooding. That was because they knew that they had to do something that lived up to the Dark Knight trilogy. That's how high expectation the Dark Knight made that even Marvel knew that they had to step up their game. Unfortunately, we all know how Spider-Man 3 ended out. Well, not too good. But that was it. Once we got the Dark Knight trilogy in 2013, we got Superman, the Man of Steel. That was what the movie was called. And I mean, it wasn't too great. But at least in 2016, we got Batman vs. Superman. Yes, we got Batman. Until we realized that it was Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck! Sorry. Why? Look, guys. Don't get me wrong. Ben Affleck is a good actor. But, I mean, he just isn't a Batman. Christian Bale, however, was awesome. And I think when we all heard Batman vs. Superman, that's what we were expecting to see. Until we saw that dude. And, I mean, not only that, but Batman vs. Superman was obviously just a copy of Captain America Civil War. And, I mean, they looked like exactly the same. But guess which one succeeded and which one failed? Everybody, it's not even just my opinion. I mean, in my opinion, I agree. But people even know that Batman vs. Superman failed. Captain America Civil War, however, it excelled. It was like Avengers 2.5. It was awesome. And DC could have done something like that. They had the opportunity. If they were gonna copy Marvel Captain America Civil War, they could have at least made it a decent movie. However, they did not. The reason why I prefer Marvel movies over DC movies is because Marvel movies tend to provide something that DC movies simply fail to. A good example of this is in Captain America Civil War and Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice. They're essentially the same thing. I mean, DC copied Marvel on this one. And they came out at the exact same time, so it's not like one was made in 1999, very dated. I mean, they're exact same time, exact same year, basically the exact same plot. Two of the most well-known faces of the brand fighting against each other. Batman fighting against Superman, and then Captain America fighting against Iron Man. Now, so you might be wondering, how is it that Marvel managed to make this one better than DC's version? This is how. They switched up expectations. They gave something we didn't expect. And Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice, it was pretty much what you expected. So Batman is he has a very brutal way of handling his characters. He's very dark and brooding. You know, that's what you kind of expect from Batman. Superman, he's the dude who wants to do what's right. I mean, yeah, of course. That's Superman. That's kind of what you expect from that. But then Captain America Civil War did something different. Captain America Civil War, when you watch this movie, you expect that Captain America is gonna go for this new program that's happening, supposed to make the Avengers really do what's right in the end. Because that's what Captain America's about, doing what's right. But he doesn't want to go for this new organization because he's seen what happens when an organization goes wrong. And Iron Man, you'd expect him to not go for this organization because he's just some billionaire philanthropist who likes to mess around. He doesn't really care. He's just like, nah, we're not doing this. But he does it because he feels scarred. In the last movie, he feels very responsible for what happened when a lot of people ended up getting very hurt without them having Sokovia Accords or anything to keep them in line. A lot of people got hurt. So this is what separates a lot of Marvel movies from DC movies. They bring us something different than what we really expect. And then on top of this I feel like DC didn't really have this advantage. I guess maybe it was an unfair advantage. But come on, we all know Captain America Civil War has Spider-Man. Come on. Who doesn't want to see Spider-Man? Spider-Man's in the MCU, baby. Alright, but yeah, Spider-Man was in this movie. On the roofs, he was dope. Come on, let's not lie. Tom Holland did an awesome job. Dope interpretation of Spider-Man. I mean, that's all you can really say for that one. And then the next year, we got a Marvel movie. But what didn't we get? We didn't get a DC movie. I guess at this point, DC learned their lesson. Well, hold up now. DC made another movie? Did they not learn their lesson? DC made Justice League. They brought a bunch of characters into one movie. And to be honest, it wasn't really that bad. It was pretty good, but I think the one thing that a lot of people didn't really like was the CGI on Superman's beard. They tried to make it look like it wasn't there. It kind of failed. You never see that with Steve Rogers, do you? You remember Infinity War, yeah. But so we got the Spider-Man Homecoming, which that's like comparing an apple to an orange with these two movies. But I guess we can say that both of these movies were okay. But Justice League wasn't that great, really. I mean, Superman was supposed to be dead anyway, so I don't know how he showed up in that movie again. But then here's the thing, though. The whole movie of Justice League was revolved around something big about to happen, which was what they did for Infinity War since 2012 in the first Avengers movie. They built it up to where, like, they already knew. Even if you watch Age of Ultron, they even reference there being an endgame, and they're always building up for something. They were building up since 2012 for something big about to happen, which is what happened in 2018's Infinity War. Something we did not get in DC, so I assume that at this point they pretty much gave up, which they should have done 1 year earlier, but okay. Even though DC started off way before Marvel and probably might even have more characters than Marvel's just better at executing. Marvel has more TV shows, better TV shows, more movies, better movies, and more intricate stories. I mean, the storylines are just phenomenal. Like, for instance, in Captain America Civil War, they switch up expectations. What you'd expect to happen with Captain America trying to do what's right and Iron Man just being all over the place. They switched it up and gave us something completely different. I'm not gonna lie, DC has came out with some pretty good movies. They've had Aquaman, Wonder Woman, and Shazam. All really good movies. But they just need to catch up to the level that Marvel has been executing at. Marvel has came out with over 20 movies within the past 12 years. Over 20. And good ones too. Over 20 movies. Whereas DC, they've only came out with like 5 or 7 movies within the past decade. Half of them are like, As I said, guys, I'm not a DC in the future. But that future is when DC just catches up. So, I'm not a DC in the future. But right now, thank you guys for watching. I had a blast putting this together. Hope you enjoyed. And hope now you understand why I personally think that Marvel is better than DC. And maybe by now you guys even agree with me now that you see the reasoning. But I don't know, guys. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Do you like DC better than Marvel? Do you like Marvel better than DC? And what character do you like within the two different comic companies? Do you like Iron Man better? Do you like Black Panther better? Batman better? Superman better? And tell me why. That's it for me, guys. Peace out.